Hello, and welcome to the AWS Edge Innovation Spotlight, where we showcase how our ISV partners are revolutionizing application delivery and security at the edge. Today, we are exploring groundbreaking implementations and real world success stories that demonstrate the power of Edge through our partners. My name is Nishit Sahani. I am a director here at AWS. I lead Amazon CloudFront, Global Accelerator, and our Edge Compute Services. I'm delighted to have Areli from DataDome, and Areli would be sharing the partner story at DataDome. Welcome.
Thank you, Nishit, for having me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this conversation. I'm really interested in starting with learning more about the company. How did the company start, and what inspired the start of this?
So, our founders had a very bold goal. They wanted to free the web from fraudulent traffic. They realized that bots were becoming more and more sophisticated and traditional defenses were not cutting it. So, they built a cybersecurity platform powered by multi layered AI that detects and blocks bots in real time. Today, we're the Forrester leader in our category. And just last year, we stopped over 400 billion attacks.
That's impressive.
Yes.
How has the mission evolved over time, and especially in these days where things are moving so fast with AI?
So the mission is the same. It's always to rid the web of fraudulent traffic, but the traffic itself has evolved. And you're completely right. Um, when the company was started 10 years ago, the bots were relatively unsophisticated. Today, they are extremely sophisticated with a high velocity and super high volumes, and that is fueled by AI. But now, what's even further changing the market is that the very fabric of the internet is changing. We now have AI used by humans on their behalf, AI agents. So it's not just a matter of deciding who's bot and who's not. It's not humans are good, bots are bad. There's good bots, bad bots, and good human behaviors, bad human behaviors. So it's really about the intent. And that's what DataDome focuses on, figuring out the intent of the traffic.
Yeah, yeah, really, it's about the well-behaved and the misbehaved bots, the
Exactly.
wanted and the unwanted activity.
Exactly.
It's great. Can you share more about customers? What type of customers do you serve globally? What's your focus area?
We, together with AWS, pair really well because we can pair Amazon CloudFront with DataDome to give businesses the best of both worlds, a world-class CDN and real-time protection to stop the most sophisticated threats. So together, we deliver modular but fully integrated edge-native platform that can defend against automated threats, but also unlock new revenue streams by identifying and monetizing legitimate AI traffic. So that has a very broad array of applications. We have over 350 enterprise customers worldwide. They're some of the biggest, most known brands out there. Um, Basically, anybody who's built a business online is at risk for cyber fraud. What they share is scale, complexity, and a need for airtight security without impacting the legitimate users. For example, we work together with SoundCloud. And SoundCloud deployed DataDome to eliminate fake account creation, spam comments, and automated plays. And that just provides a more secure consumer experience to them, but also better KPIs to optimize
Yeah.
their business. Another common customer in the media and entertainment category is Mansueto Ventures. They are the publishing companies behind Inc. and Fast Company. They were facing aggressive scraping, and as you can imagine, that is still continuing
Okay.
with LLMs today. And by implementing DataDome, they successfully block unauthorized scraping and reduce piracy, but also improve their SEO ranking. We work with retail customers as well. One of them is Amway, they're about $1 billion company. And they were facing credential stuffings, fake account creation, DDoS on their e-commerce sites. So they deployed DataDome alongside AWS WAF to help improve their security and the performance of their sites as well, and save a lot of money,
Yeah.
which is always very, very good. Um, And I'm really proud to say we have many customers in the travel and hospitality, healthcare verticals, but also ticketing space, which has been quite a bit in the news about scalping activities. And so I'm really proud to say that our customers are the only ticketing platforms that were able to sell tickets from that one megastars we've all heard about without a hitch. That makes for happy fans.
That's right. That's right. That's a great set of examples. I personally have used many of those services, and I can tell that those services have been very effective. So thank you. Another question: can you go deeper into an instance or a customer problem that you're really proud of, or which has been industry setting, industry defining?
So the industry is being defined today in terms of the impact of AI traffic on online businesses. Today, you and I, we use LLMs all the time. We don't go to websites as much anymore. And that means anybody who's built a business online is now facing a 30 to 80% traffic drop.
Yeah.
And that impacts the company's business models. And notably, media companies are really impacted by this, and they have to completely rethink their business models, and potentially it threatens their very existence. So, by the ability that we have to accurately identify and classify AI crawlers and agents in real time, we are empowering those media companies with the visibility into how their content is accessed, but also giving them the ability to enforce usage policies and connecting them with partners to monetize this traffic. So it provides them the power to get control back over agentic traffic and not being a victim of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a fast evolving world
Yes.
around monetization. So great. How has the partnership with AWS been, and how has AWS helped you with your brand?
AWS is very essential to who we are. We're built on AWS. And that's very crucial to us because serving those global customers that I mentioned means that we need to be able to scale extremely fast to handle extremely high volumes of traffic all around the world. So we have over 35 POPs, and a lot of them are yours. And that is very core to how we work together and how we are able to serve customers together. So that's essentially built in our product. The other thing is we have multiple ways to integrate DataDome in any kind of tech stacks, and a lot of that is AWS compatible. And so customers really appreciate the ease of use of Lambda and Edge or stringing DataDome after the AWS WAF. One of the things that has changed in the last few years is you've promoted the marketplace very much.
Yep.
And we have seen the impact on our customers. They really appreciate the ease of procurement. They appreciate the ability to consolidate their billings and get commercial incentives. And so we've seen a big move towards the marketplace. And then it's the product and go-to-market teams working with us hand in hand to bring the best platform solution to the market. So that's been
Yeah.
really helpful.
Yeah. That's great. And as you think about how the partnership has evolved and from where it started to where it's going, can you share more about that?
Yeah, so we started in 2017 by being one of the first partners to test out the Lambda and Edge integration. So it was very much of a product first conversation. We're not a full scale AWS services partner. It's really continued product conversations. We continue working together on providing the best, most seamless, fastest integration for our customers, continuing to connect our products in ways that make sense for our customers. It's continuing to scale, but it is also deploying more and more in the marketplace.
Yeah.
So we have multiple products in the marketplace. Our customers tend to have private offers, either directly or through channel partners. And we also have, some of the largest billings in the marketplace. We have a big effort internally to push for the marketplace. We have validated multiple AWS competencies, the security competency, which was important to us because it was a good validation externally of our security chops. But we also have the retail and consumer good competencies, the media, entertainment, and gaming competency, the travel and hospitality competency, and just illustrates the breadth of industries that we serve. So together, we're building a safer web.
That is great. That is great. How do you measure success?
It's all about performance. There's no other measure to us. Detection accuracy, speed, scale, and zero latency. That's how we see that the tool works, and we prove it. So, performance is being the most accurate in blocking malicious traffic, analyzing requests in less than 2 milliseconds, which is our standard, um, and KPIs that impact our customers' business, right? So, how much do they reduce fraud? 95% fraud reduction in many cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars of savings for each customer. So, this is how we measure, I guess, the hard KPIs. The soft KPIs are really around adoption, retention, and customer satisfaction. We have an extremely high retention rate, and our customers sing our praises. One of our customers recently said, "We barely talk about bots anymore." And that's a great sign. It means that the solution is doing exactly what it should.
Yeah,
DataDome has made bot protection a non-issue for us. So we're very autopilot for our customers. We remove that worry for them.
that's great. We are all very data-driven, and we love to measure, we love to monitor, and I'm sure you do, and our customers do as well. So that's great.
Yeah.
Another question. Let's talk about what's been sort of your proudest win here.
So together,
Yeah.
we have one. So a few months ago, there was an update to the PCI DSS compliance requirements.
4.0, right?
Yes,
Yes.
with a bunch of other numbers behind it. And AWS noticed that many of their customers were not ready for it. So you reached out to us and asked to see if we could integrate our PCI DSS compliance solution into AWS WAF. We did that in a matter of weeks, and that provided an extremely easy to procure and deploy solution for customers. They have been thrilled with the ease of checking that box, that compliance box that not a lot of people get excited about, but needs to happen. And they were able to do it in an environment that they were comfortable with and confident in.
Yeah, and that's a fabulous example and one of my favorite ones. It's been really customer obsessed, and we've together helped solve a real problem in a very quick way.
In
So
a very
thank
quick
you.
way.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's been a great example of partnership. All right, so as an advice for others, how do you build a business and product that can both adapt to change and react to the fast-moving environment around you?
So we work in cybersecurity, so change and fast movement are kind of the core of the business for us. Threats become more and more sophisticated. There's more and more of them. We've all heard that. Um, what's interesting today is that AI is used to supercharge attacks, so in a bad way, but AI is also valid traffic.
Right.
So the ability to accurately assess within milliseconds the nature and the intent of the traffic hitting a website, a mobile app, an API, an FTP server is what makes the difference between smooth operations or suffering millions of dollars in fraud. So for us, it comes down to accuracy and performance and scale, right? Back to those key success criteria. And in order to deliver this, the platform was built with multi-layered AI. And so it runs hundreds of foundational AI models, as well as over 85,000 customer-specific and use case-specific AI models that are tailored to unique traffic patterns, intent-based behavioral analysis, threat profiles. They all run in layers, completely transparently to our customers, and they help make that decision of the traffic's intent. These models are built to continuously evolve in a supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised way. And so that means DataDome is always adapting in real time to how the threats adapt. The other key to our success is really very much linked to our partnership together is we run these models at the edge, thanks to our infrastructure with AWS in less than 2 milliseconds. And so that's the key to success for us is being able to react to threats at the edge in real time, no matter what kind of threat comes in. And we put our platform to the test daily. You were talking about KPIs and you were talking about performance. Every customer of DataDome has tested us against other solutions before choosing us. We outperform.
That's great. That's great. Awesome. Um, and lastly, what does the future hold?
So we believe we're building the future of cyber fraud protection. So it's a new category that fuses cybersecurity and fraud prevention. Bots used to primarily cause damage at the edge, and as they became both more sophisticated, but also easier to wield, you can now buy a bot as a service for $20, fraudsters are leveraging bots to mount attacks deeper in the application. And fraud management tools that are based on SQL and spreadsheets or just looking at the payment page are just no match. Fraud has become a cybersecurity problem. So that's why we're going beyond the edge. Today, we protect the entire digital journey against cyber fraud. So every single click, every login, every sign up, every mobile app session, and the checkout. And we're applying a cybersecurity approach with real-time detection and mitigation to stop fraud before it happens. So our future is to continue leading the cyber fraud protection category.
That's great. Thank you, Aurelie, for those great insights, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Nishit, for having me.
Thank you for watching.